Hi. Um, so I was feeling very different today, and I've been having these strange feelings and downloads, and something's changing. I feel it very, very strongly, and so I kind of have a hunch what it is, but I still felt like today bringing in these babies, because the tarot for me has worked as a tool to believe in myself. And today I'm actually entering a new phase in my life where I am feeling more confident and believing in myself in another way that I have never done before. So that's why I wanted to bring in the tarot, because I've done tarot before but never on video. So this is gonna be like an attempt to do that, and just bring in the cards so that I can give you a message which can reinforce what I'm feeling today, because I don't wanna, I'm actually feeling very careful on projecting my own experience on anyone. So because everyone has an individual experience, so I just want to tap into the energy that might be going around, and then you're doing whatever you feel doing with it. You know, nothing is ever absolute for anyone. It's more, we just bring in our truth into the collective whole, and everyone works with that as well by accepting it as I accept others' realities equally. So this is just my contribution doing that, and we'll see where it goes from there. Now, something that's very embarrassing for me to admit is that I have very small hands, and it's very difficult for me to shuffle, and so it's gonna look funny, I guess, but at the same time, this is how it works for me. So I'm not embarrassed about it. It's just how it is. I'm no professional tarot reader online, so I do my cards without videos, and I write about them, and I do a lot of research on the tarots. I'm still learning a lot, so yeah, bear with me, and we'll see how it goes, I guess. So I'm gonna shuffle. And these cards are very big, so that makes it more difficult, but I like them, so that's why I brought in these, because I feel a very new and happy energy, and these cards always work for me when I want to channel something more in that kind of emotion and feeling. So as always, my kitties or dogs or whatever are making funny noises. I'm just gonna open the door for her because she's not having it. Wait, I'm just gonna show you that I'm not doing any funny stuff with them. I'm just shuffling as well as I can. Okay, I'm gonna be back. Just gonna open for the cat. Yeah, hi. So let's see. Gonna do another shuffle just to be sure that I have shuffled them before, because I wanted to make sure that they were actually blended in well, but anyways. So whatever. Really big. This is just, I think it's just fun. I don't even care anymore how it looks or anything. It's just whatever. Even if I do respect you all and a lot, so I want to give you my best, you know. But anyways, so I'm just gonna pick cards for the energetic collective whole, or collective energy. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous. This is the first time I've done this, so yeah, that's why. I'm gonna take this one, and this one. So let's see what they have to say. Oh. So we have Ace of Swords, and this card is like, aces are always the beginning of energy, and I really feel that. And you know that something that's really making me happy is that there's a crown there, which means that we are actually tapping into the mastermind. And the mastermind comes from the heart, and in connection to the heart and the mind. When that begins to open up, that's what we are trying to do, because it's never happened before. This connection with the mind and the heart, that's the new thing we're doing, because before we've been working with the mind or just the heart, or as the feminine energy is actually both, but the programming that she has been gone through, and in historically with this patriarchy programming, she forgot that she's both. So we're helping the masculine to come into that same completion and bridging. So, but at the same time, the feminine is also doing her job still, because she's unveiling herself. So either way, we're both doing, the both energies still are going to have to work. You know, it doesn't matter if she is both, because she doesn't know it. So she's tapping into that, and the masculine is tapping into the heart. So whatever is going on right now, it's making it's serving its purpose, because difficulties always puts us in positions where we have to rethink, regroup, and begin looking for new solutions, which we clearly can see are not working out. And with this virus, people have been isolated, and I guess they had more time to see stuff, you know. And in a way, this is for the feminine energy is like she's not having it anymore, and the masculine energy is seeing that. So he's also seeing that it's not working. I'm not talking genders, I'm talking energies. But of course, the masculine inevitably is more inclined towards the masculine. The man is that, because he has his programming, which is to act without feeling, and the feminine as well. She's just emotions, and now she's tapping into her brain. And but at the thing with the feminine is that she has a womb, and the womb is always more, makes the feminine wake up more easily, because she gets connection with her child, and as she bears the children and connects to something outside of her, where she can see herself, because the love of a parent, but especially a mother, because she has the baby within her, it wakes up this feeling and bond and connection that she is one with the child. Because no matter how she loves the child, she wants the best for it, you know. She doesn't bullshit around for her child's sake. And a mother, a good mother, or she simply does the work that she needs to do for her children to be the best human beings she can possibly help them to get to be. And and so that they work in society and with other people, and they are good people, so they don't project their stuff on other people, so they don't hurt, you know. So but both energies are actually tapping into their mastermind and or master heart or whatever, you know. It's just this this bridge is being it's being bridged, sorry. So yeah, and the sword stands for the mind, for like its sharpness, you know. And this sword has also moons, you know. You see them, I don't know what they're called, but they're little half moons or less than that. And so that means that this is in the beginning phase, because if it would be in a completion phase, the moon would be a full moon. So, but the sun is there, so the sun is illuminating. So either way, it's going in the right direction. And this is a self card, so this is like the collective is like coming into that energy of being ready to be more balanced within as without. But everything begins within, and this is more a within card. So this situation can change from without, which is actually it's what's happening, because the other card, funnily enough, is Two of Swords, and Two of Swords is a card where this energy splits in two, so it can work together. And this position here is for the situation we're in. So this card is more about doing this work without. So we might be meeting up with people that are in alignment with how we are within, and since we are more balanced within, the meetings we're going to have in the near future, or what we're having now, are actually divinely guided meetings, so that we can come into more of our life paths and guidance and all of that. So, and this card has it's very beautiful because it has a lot of magic in it. So it's not this mind just working, you know. It's the heart. The heart is here a lot because there's magic, and magic is always behind darkness. So this is a well-earned card to work together. So most likely people you're meeting right now are actually perfect for you to create something new. Maybe you're meeting up to partnership, or this is more like a business tribal thing going on, you know. So at the same time we have the moons. They are not completed, but it's okay, you know. It's a beginning phase, and we have mountains, which means it's not gonna be like easy, but I mean, nothing that's easy is actually worth so much, I believe. I mean, for me, life is not easy, but it's when I get through something difficult, it was worth it. So this is what I'm seeing, and there's a unicorn sword here, as you can see, and the unicorn stands for magic. So this is creating the new. This is bringing heaven to earth, and at the same time with a sharp mind. So it's a beautiful card, and crows are actually part of my own journey, and crows are very magical beings, and they guide you towards magic when it's difficult, and these are difficult times for some, but it's like saying hang in there and just focus on yourself, focus on becoming the best version of yourself, fight for you, so that this fight and this struggle within for you, for finally to be able to materialize yourself and your dream, can be extended out, you know, to others, because we are one, and we're here to experience duality, not separation anymore. So this inner work we're doing is going to come out to everyone else, because we are interconnected with others. We're not one as one just like that. It's more like we are going to create the oneness we have in our heart between each other. So it's a really beautiful card to get, actually, and I'm very happy to see it. And then we have change, and this is a challenge card, and it's also very beautiful, because it's like, you can see it's difficult for me to explain this one, but I'm gonna try. And it's like you're reversing, you know, reversing the lessons, finding the good in the bad, finding the bad in the good, and just making the best out of it, because this is Pentacles, and Pentacles is about making something solidified in your own experience, so you can begin creating. So, and this is not an ace, so this is a two, where it's actually something's happening, something is being created, maybe projects are being started or whatever. So it's just a lot of energy of action, and also like foretellings that we are actually doing what we're supposed to do. And if you're feeling struggles today, well, it's just you not being aligned towards the change. And many people that have like not fought much before they will have to begin doing that, you know. It's just an expansion of the experience in itself, and it's nothing to be so sad about, because if you haven't struggled, the only logical thing to do is to begin to struggle, because you haven't had the experience of having it difficult. And if you have struggled a lot, well, then you're more prepared, and you know what it's about. So maybe struggle is your thing, you know, and then you can make more out of it now, you know. It's nothing more than we are getting what we have worked for. So just have that into your heart, you know. This is just experiencing stuff, even if it's difficult, and even if it is true and real, because we need it to be true and real, so that we can extract the energies from it that are needed. But yeah, a lot of good cards, actually. I don't know, I like talking. I think I could have done this without the cards, actually. I don't know if I'm gonna do it like this, but it was fun to try it. So I just feel that that it's within the chaos that we're experiencing. I'm just feeling very, very light, and I got this message in my mind, or whatever, my heart, or I don't know where it came from, but I was told that I'm immune towards what's going on. I'm not going to, I don't need to stress about being caught with any virus, or I'm mostly immune towards this 5G. Nothing can touch me anymore, because I know what I need to know. And this is not just me, of course. So this, I'm sending this out to you all that feel resonance with this, because to know is what protects you, you know. And this is important, because there is there is a collective truth, and yes, we don't have absolute truths for anyone, and we have to respect each and every truth alike, because that is the foundation to heal. We cannot heal if we don't feel secure enough to share our truth with the world. But at the same time, we need to be able to do that as well. So it's no absolute truth for anyone, and if we all can live that truth, then we will find a higher truth together. But since many people still are like fighting to accept other truths, then you need to take that into consideration as well. And so that is the collective whole truth. Some people don't accept other truths, and some people do accept other truths. So in some way, that's the balance of it all. That's the pot. That's the ingredients are that we are actually working with both. So yeah, so we're just tapping into different realities, and what I can say about tapping into the collective reality is, as truthful as you can be within yourself, accepting everyone equally as yourself also, you will be able to tap into the collective truth more easily, because then your need to see truth will not be there in the same way, because you will accept darkness and light equally, and it's not going to be about you, and it's not going to be about your own wounds. So when you work towards yourself, that's why many say it begins within, and it does, because if it doesn't begin within, then everything we take in from the outside world goes through the wounds, so we cannot see clearly, and we cannot see clearly anything, and at the same time, we also have to know that we don't know, tomorrow is another day. No one knows what's going to happen tomorrow. Even if we did saw or see like the future or not, we don't know, because here and now is where it happens, So even if we have seen the future, you don't know if you're going to go to bed tonight, and tomorrow that future you saw may not happen. How do you know? So arrogance is not a part of this. That's why, So yeah. So I guess that's something I can see as important, and looking to, if I'm going to look at something with what's going on in the world, I'm seeing a lot of people that are believing in this QAnon and Trump and whatever. I'm just going to share my perspective of it, and you can do whatever you want with it. I don't have any expectations of you listening to me more than just hearing me out in this video, because everyone has right to their own opinion. But I can say this, and this I say to the Western part of the world mostly, because I've been seeing all of this thing that Trump is helping us, and he's doing this and he's doing that. Well, he also has been in wars with other countries, and he has supposedly he has attacked, or he's going to attack Venezuela, and he's been in Iran, and he's been giving free hands to Netanyahu to continue what they're doing in Gaza and in Palestine. So what I want to say with that, because we're also seeing that he's supposedly releasing people in the United States and helping out and helping children that are in difficult situations with the cabal and all of that, and that's terrible, and that, I find that great, but what is important for me to say to you all is that we don't get to say who who is entitled to justice. And many people that are actually cheering on this are also hearing the other part, that he's going to bomb other cities or places or countries. I know I'm from Bolivia, and he's been meddling with the politics in Bolivia, where we had it quite well before our election, and things are really bad now because there was a lot of infiltration and help from abroad, which is very common in South America and other places, like other countries, so they are not like invited to help or whatever, you know. So what I want to say with that is, be careful with what you are saying and feeling about that, because we don't get to say who has the most right to justice, you know. And as I am from Latin America, I've looked into deeply the politics situation of my continent, and I can say that I feel that he's meddling with things that he's not supposed to do. So and they're always crying and saying that democracy this and democracy that, but it's not, it's bullshit, you know, because they're really hurting people, and it's not cool. So I'm just want to say to you all, just because you are a Westerner, we are not entitled to justice, just us, you know. And this is quite upsetting for me, and it shouldn't be, but it is, because I don't get it, you know. I don't get it. I don't see how we can feel more entitled to justice, to economic security, and then what, you know. Like, we see children in poverty in other countries where they go and bomb, and we're just like, yeah, but, you know, it's like our life and standards of living have an impact on the rest of the world, and the least we can do is be in solidarity, whatever, to that, you know. Because what's difficult with this, and what's really awful about it, is that we are the world, and we are everyone. And when we say to ourselves that we are more entitled to justice, to peace, we are forgetting about ourselves, because we are that other one that we are actually saying no to, in terms of that they are also entitled to justice and peace. And when we live through a standard, and we know that our ripples are being made through us and how we are acting, and we're just forgetting about people in 3D countries that are poor. I'm sorry, I'm stumbling on my words today, but you're saying that to yourself, you know, and that's really sad, I must say, because then we haven't learned anything, you know, and we're not creating a better world. We are dividing, and this makes me upset, because then we're not light workers. We are not uniting, we're separating, we are in our wounds, in our denial, and it's sad, and it's not good. If there's any good or bad, there isn't, but I think everyone is trying to unite within to unite without, right? We're trying to say to us that we want a better world for everyone. Well, that includes everyone. And I can understand how it feels difficult to take the blame for something that happens like so far away, but it does, you know. And if we're acting like we don't want to take responsibility for that, we're spiritually immature, and it's sad. So yeah, hate to be a downer on that. I don't believe in QAnon and Trump, and that's why. Because he's a bully in other countries, and they're using a system of being the ones that are entitled to say what's right for everyone in the world, and they're not asking anyone. They're just boots on ground, and they have their tanks and shit and guns and whatever, and they take it by force. They don't talk. They just do what they need to do to get their money and their power, geopolitically and money and whatever, you know. They just do what they have to do, and we don't say shit, and I feel it's pitiful. So yeah, sorry, but that's how I feel, that's how I see it. And HeartMath is showing me this. HeartMath is emotional intelligence, and emotional intelligence is important because when we have emotional intelligence, we actually cannot divide. We have to take everything into consideration, and if we cannot do that, we are not emotionally intelligent, and then we're just in our heads. So think about that, you know. Yeah, so but we're doing good. Somehow things are going great. So many of us are actually getting it, so we should still be happy, but I'm just trying to share this so that more people can see this. And because I'm being confident about this, because I'm seeing the HeartMath of it, you know. And it's not, we're not here to be have opinions about things. We're not here to fight about our opinions. At least we can have an opinion, but if we have to fight about it and divide about it, then we're not doing what we're supposed to do. So because many will say, yeah, but Venezuela has a dictator. How do you know? You know, what I learned is that he's not a dictator, and I've seen him talk, and I get it, because everything is so distorted by media. So what do you know? You know, we say that media is fake media, but it's just what is for some and for some not. I mean, really, like, it doesn't add up, you know. It doesn't add. So that's all, you know. Like, just think about things, you know. Try to look deeper, and get uncomfortable. That's my advice. Get really uncomfortable with it, because that's the truth, for me at least. I don't like it. I wish that Trump was the savior of everything, because I could breathe more. You know, we have stuff that's going on in Sweden that is not looking good, but NATO is coming, I think, maybe. I'm not sure, but seems to be something about that. So yeah, things are happening, you know, and all this with the virus and the vaccines, I can agree that it doesn't look good, but something is happening on the good end as well. I mean, we're seeing stuff. I don't want to say good or bad, but at the same time, I kind of want to do that today, you know, because we still have this aim towards unity, and I guess that's good, you know. That's light in a way, because to be unified, we need to see and shed light upon everything, and that's what's going on. So, and that's why we're going through difficult times, because we need to get uncomfortable. That's what I'm saying, get uncomfortable with it, because if we're doing resistance to get uncomfortable, we're not going to see what's going on, and it's going to just fall upon us, you know. It's better to be prepared and look at it and be fucking warriors, you know. Just do it and prepare and know what we're talking about, and do research and feel with your heart. I mean, come on, like, yeah, I get it. We want things to fix, and we want things to get better, but it's not gonna get better if it's not for everyone, you know. It's like, it's counterproductive. It's just detouring ourselves, and for what, you know? Another round? Like, really? Haven't we been through enough? Like, yeah. So that's what I had to say today, and I hope it's not too harsh. And I love you. That's why I share this stuff with you, because I care. I truly care, and I wouldn't bullshit anyone. Not my kids, not my friends, not my enemies. No one. I bullshit no one, and that's how I am. I'm not saying I'm writing that in everything. Absolutely not. But I try to take conclusions out of bringing in as much as I can, so I can see more, at least, you know. And never say I know, because that just shuts doors for me. It's dumb, you know. To say you know, it's like, okay, now what? You know, congratulations. But we never do. So we can say we know now, but I'm open for anything, or I can change, or I know this, but I am whatever, you know. Bring it in. Invite it in. Be brave. Be bold. Like, let's do it together, you know. Yeah. So that's it. And thank you for listening. And I love you. Bye.